Hi everyone, it's Mike here. So don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. So it's Tuesday, about 2 o'clock, and I've just finished playing on the computer. And I created a new image. I saw this grumpy cat and I thought it would look great stuck on the body of a rather large gentleman. So that's what I've done. I've created a new digi kit today using the fat cat, that's what I've called him, image. Now I've done him in two different ways. I'll tell you what, let me change over to my overhead camera and I'll show you what I've created with these and using a few other bits and pieces. Okay, so this is the kit. It's 3 pages. So what I've done is I've created the fat cat image. Obviously I've cut him out from the background so that when you cut him out, you know, it's just there. There's a few quotes and phrases to use. You have a few bits of vintage ephemera to go with it, so you can do tucks and that kind of stuff. On the second page there's a full 8x8 back of vintage Victorian newspaper adverts, and there's also one for a boxing school in yellow. And on the third sheet I've created a cabinet card using the image, but I've put a kind of sepia vignette over the top so that it looks kind of in keeping. And there's also 3 more quotes that you can use in an art journal page if you so wish. That's 5 quotes in total. So kindness is a gift anyone can afford to give. Poor in pocket but rich in heart. All to do with money, obviously, because, you know, he's a fat cat. Nobody gets rich quick if they are honest. And kindness is a language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. And my favourite one, which is a paraphrased quote from a Sheryl Crow song: it's not about having what you want, it's about wanting what you've already got. Safe paraphrase. I've altered the wording slightly from her song lyrics, but pretty much that's where it's from. So that's the 3 pages that I'm going to be working with. I'm going to be playing in my small Dilutions journal, mainly because I've only got a couple of pages left in this and it's full. But looking back on the first page, I actually started it in March 2017. Now, because I use different art journals throughout the year, I don't sometimes touch art journals for months, and then I go back to them depending on format, obviously size, what the materials are within the art journal page, that kind of thing. I started this one 25th of March 2017, so it seems only fitting that I finish it in March as well, but just a couple of years later. Now, the last time I used this page, I was playing with some Jane Davenport watercolour pens on Boxing Day. So that was also the day that Mum was taken into hospital with her leg problem. So I obviously did that while waiting to go across to the hospital to go visiting. Right, I didn't film it, obviously, because I didn't film anything on Boxing Day. So I've got a double page spread in my small Dilutions journal, so all that remains for me to do now is just to cut a few bits and pieces out of this set. I might not use the cabinet cards. I will definitely use 1 or 2 of the quotes in here, and definitely some of the background stuff to tuck and create clusters with. So let me cut those out first and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've cut some of the bits and pieces out from the DigiKit. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going around the edges of my fat cat, just with a distress marker pen, just to get rid of those white raw edges. So if there was any areas where I didn't cut out particularly well, then they're going to be hidden behind that ink. So it just helps to kind of blend, well, not blend it, but just hide those raw edges. Just makes it look a little bit better. And then I'll just get in that little cutout section there between his arm, under his armpit. There we go. And of course, if I'm doing it this way, I'm right-handed, so I hold the pen in the right hand. So I always have the image facing away from me, so that if I'm doing that and I slip, I go on the back, not on the front, and I'll ruin the print then. So if you're left-handed, then make sure you do it so it's facing away from you. So if you slip, that's just one little thing that I always do. Just helps to kind of unify the edges, and that looks pretty damn good now. I love his face. Absolutely love his face. Okay, so I've got London postcard, Piccadilly Circus. I've got a postcard back on there. I've got that little bit from the Temperance Fete, the boxing, and my 8x8 sheet that I'm going to stick down into the background. So I think I pretty much know where I want to stick all this lot. So I'm going to line that up there, and I'm going to glue that down just as is. I've not gone over any of the pages with gesso or anything like that, because I knew I was going to be sticking a lot of this paper stuff down, creating my kind of montage collage background, because they're just plain kind of like squares, and so it's more of a montage than it is a collage. The only cutout piece that's got any detail to it is the fat cat himself. So I want to call him Tony the cat. I'll let you figure out why. Okay, so glue down there, and obviously, yes, I have got a crease in the page. Which makes it a little bit more difficult. Try and get it to stick without buckling the page. And then this piece here I'm going to stick there, because that's the way I think it's going to look better. I've not aged anything, I've not put any distress ink or paint or anything on these just yet. Just yet. Of course, if you do like this, I will put this on the website for you to purchase as a digi download. There, okay. So Tony's going to go there. See, I'm already calling him Tony. So Tony's going to go about there. So I want, I would like that to go about there, just to span across the two pages. So that's alright. Don't want to stick him down just yet, but I want to put, so the crease is going to go about there. Get the glue. So this page, rather than being drying time, it's more about gluing time. The glue's starting to run out, so it's dribbling a bit. Right, so what did we say about there? Is that right, Tony? About there. Maybe a little bit further that way. I've got grab time, wiggle room on this glue. So that's it. See, that's what I was trying to avoid, it moving when I crease the page. There we go. Should give me some room there. It's just lined up nicely. Just there, without it moving. Cool. now I can stick, just move. Yep, I think you can go there like that. Sometimes some of these art journal pages just work out better than you ever imagined. Sometimes the colours, the bits of ephemera that you find, the images that you manage to be able to collage together, whether it's manually or digitally, you know, just seem to gel in the right place. Sometimes we're lucky. I can hear somebody creeping up the stairs.
You can. Good afternoon. Hello, Bentley Bobs. Oh, I like him.
Called him Tony.
He looks like a fat cat.
He is a fat cat.
In more ways than one.
Yes.
My sponge dauber's gone bald.
Has it now?
Look at this. I'm resorted to using Mike's because I've lost mine.
You know where they're kept?
Where?
In that drawer. There. Second drawer down. No. On the shelves.
Yes.
The drawer units. Second shelf down.
Yeah.
In the shelving unit.
Yeah.
Middle one.
Oh, there's loads.
No, there isn't.
There isn't loads, no. There's an optical illusion in them. Such fun.
Yeah. And stuff.
And stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to add that postcard there. Or should I add that postcard there? I think I'm going to put that one there.
It does look very cross though, doesn't it?
He looks quite grumpy, doesn't he?
Yes.
And you'd look grumpy if somebody just stuck a load of glue on the back of your head. Is that Mr. Postman who's just been?
Yes, considering we sold our house, we're getting letters from the estate agent saying we can sell your house for you.
Nice.
Good point, isn't it?
It is a little. So that postcard can go in there like that. And then I was going to add that one in, but I don't think I'm going to bother now. I'll keep that to one side. I think that is okay for the background. Now, for my quote, I just went with the one. Poor in pocket, but rich in heart, which I want to put about here. But obviously, I want to try and knock this back a little. So there's not quite so much of it showing through. So to do that, I'm going to get some, some ink. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Right, distress ink. But the archival kind, because we is permanent now. We've gone permanent. So rather than do each individual piece, which is I didn't want to do, I'm actually going to bring an overall kind of colour, like a foxing kind of grungy oldness to it all. Just darken it all up in situ. See how it's catching on the edges. kind of added some nice edging on that side, and then across here. Now I don't particularly want to get too much over the top of Tony, my fat cat. Just like that. All kind of started to uniform or unify, because you've got that common kind of dirty, grungy kind of back. Now I'm going to grab my two little quote pieces, and I'm just going to add a little bit of brown around them. You see they fit just that little bit better now. They don't stand out quite so much. I haven't, for once, printed these on sticker paper. I've actually used glue, proper glue. I'll put that about there, I think. But I'm going to introduce just a little bit more colour. We've got a little bit of green there. I want to add a little bit of blue kind of in the background somewhere. So I'm going to hunt out and search for a stencil that I can add a little bit of other overall patterning to the background. I know it's quite busy, but trust me on this. Back in a little while. Okay, so I've had a little search in my collection, and I've got my arabesque stencil, which I think I'm going to add some colour. And I've got peeled paint. Now I'm going to add green to this, because we've got green in this here. It's going to just balance it a little bit better if I just add some more green up here. I'm just going to do it lightly over the top. And bring that green down. Just applying it in kind of circular motion. So one of the things that I like about this stencil is that you can pick it up and move it and pop it back down again. It does tessellate quite nicely. The pattern was designed so that you can tile it. By tile I mean move it one. Just keep moving it over. So as long as you line up one of the shapes in the stencil, you can't go wrong really. As you will see. So if I line that up there, I can then carry on with the pattern like you would never have known. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to put that one to one side because that's the peeled paint. And then I want to add in some blue. So I've got the Mermaid Lagoon. I'm not going to do a lot of this Mermaid Lagoon. But again, this fleur-de-lis stencil from my collection, so it's available on my website now. Again, it's done in such a way that it can be moved and tessellated. So it's easy to get the pattern where you want it. And again, I'm just going over in circular motions just to add a little of that blue in. And then I'll move right over there. And then a little bit more down here. So this is where the green and the blue kind of meet, and then you've got the yellow from that boxing skull. So that's going to kind of mix with that blue and kind of give you a little bit of a green anyway. And then I just want a little bit more of that blue up here. And then I think I'm going to be happy with that. Yes, I like. So that's kind of unified the background of that page, and it can close and there's no issues with that. So all I need to do now is just to grab a glue stick and then add some glue. Like it. Like it, like it. So we're not quite straight there, are we? That's more like it. I love that. Love the colours. Love kind of like the vintage feel to it, and I just love the silly, whimsical nature of my fat cat, Tony. Love it. So I'm just going to sign and date that one. So I'm going to do that over this side. So I'm going to put, I don't know what date it is today. What date is it? It's the 5th. It's already the 5th of March. So 5/3/19. That's it. Done. Love it. Just with a little bit of an application of colour and pattern. Love it. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up and share the video with all your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, like I said at the beginning of the video, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. So that's all from me for now. I will see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. Love that blue. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.